What's up? What's up? What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the King and I Life podcast, hosted by your dynamic duo, Soul Toucher the Poet, and my brother in his joint,
Son Soul Lex.
ladies and gentlemen, you know how to get at us. Go ahead and hit us up at www.kingandilife.com. That's the website. Son Soul Lex, what you got for the people?
Yes, and of course, if you guys want to reach out and hit us up on our email, you guys can do that by hitting us up at KINGANDEYE369@gmail.com. Again, that's KingandI369@gmail.com. Again, if you have any ideas for a show topic, if you want to come on the platform and discuss, an idea or a topic that's on your brain, as they say, then hit us up. We here.
Yes, indeed. And also, look, hit us up on that social media. We are on all platforms, and definitely find us on whatever podcast platform that you rock with. We out there
For sure.
Without further ado, we're gonna jump into this topic that we got for y'all tonight, and we are going to be talking about what do you do when love turns deadly.
Yes, sir.
Bruh.
So again, we're gonna throw this disclaimer out here. We are not professionals at all. We are not psychologists, psychiatrists, whatever it is you want to label us as. We're not. We're just two people discussing a topic about violence when it comes to relationships. Gotcha.
And the one thing that we will advocate is non-violence in relationships.
Exactly.
If you feel like you are in a situation where you're going to put your hands on someone in a harmful manner, walk away. This is too much of this nonsense going on out here, and
Second that.
we as people, we should be better than this. It just doesn't make sense. So Lex, you gonna rock the intro to
Yes,
this?
sir. So again, the topic is, what do you do when love turns deadly? Power couple, husband killed by wife. Um, we got a link that we will share with you guys describing the situation in more detail. Of course, again, we don't name names over here, but it happened. So, what is domestic abuse by definition? Domestic abuse, also called domestic violence or intimate partner violence, can be defined as a pattern of behavior in any relationship that is used to gain or maintain power and control over an intimate partner. Abuse is physical, sexual, emotional, economic, or psychological actions or threats of actions that influence another person's. Source is going to be www.un.org.
Yeah. Outside, I hadn't watched this video. But it's just so familiar.
Right.
This situation right here. There's been a couple of times where this has happened. That has been publicized in the media, but this is something that happens far too many times, man, and it's just crazy that as a society we are still at this point where someone feels the need to harm their spouse, let alone kill their spouse. And then you got to think about the impact that it has on not only the community, but the family members involved, the friends involved, the kids that are involved. Because there's situations where the husband or the wife kills everybody and then kills themselves. And it's like, yo, what was going on that drove that person to that, and it's just mind blowing.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's one thing for you as an individual to be going through something where you feel like you no longer want to be here. I put it to you like that. But when you involve other people or pull other people into, that main mind frame or that thought um, behind, with actions going with it, that's it's totally unnecessary. Like, if you're gonna do something like that, let that be on you. You don't have to take other people with you, especially they could be having a good life. Everything might not be, roses and, flowers and all that, but at the same time, they could be enjoying their life. They could be on a good path in life. And because you are having your own uh, challenges, you feel like, well, I'm ready to leave here. So let me take somebody else with me. That's the boy style.
Yeah, look, for me, I don't think anybody should be taking their life. I don't care.
Mm-mm.
Life is not that hard, and I know I will get a lot of pushback. Oh, you don't understand this. Oh, you don't understand that. Oh, do you know how people take this and like stop. Let's just pause on that. Um, we go through things our entire lives, and it's disheartening and troubling to me when people say you don't know what this person been through and how this affected this person and this, that, and the other. Because all of us have enough mental and cognitive capacity to understand that everyone goes through something. Everyone has their good days, their bad days. Everyone snaps, but it does not have to be to the point where you're taking someone's life, especially if you have the audacity to tell this person, like you look this person in their eyes and say, I love you. I want to be with you. And it for me personally, I don't, I can't accept the excuses or reasoning behind it. I just can't. That's just me.
I don't either. The thing about it is if you're telling somebody you love them, and for whatever reason, you're going through your own challenges, why would you want to hurt someone that you say you love? It just doesn't add up. The math there is, it doesn't add up. Um,
And I'm not even good at math, and it don't add up. Like,
but
yo,
the thing about this particular situation was, again, this was a power couple. They had, all the success in the world. They had money, cars, houses, businesses. They fed a lot of families um, on both sides of the equation. And plus, they had kids, a good number of kids between them. So, when I heard about this story, I was like, why? And, in the details about it, they were at one point were talking about walking away from each other, meaning they wanted to get a divorce from each other. But then something happened where they decided to give it another try. And then giving it another try, a little bit of time passed by, and the next thing you know, something like this is happening, where the wife not only takes her husband's life, but takes her life. Like, I don't give a dang how mad you get or how upset you are. Again, like Soul Toucher was saying, just walk away. Just walk away. If you need time to cool down or calm down, do that. Hell, if you need to take some days, some months, years, whatever the case may be, I'd rather do that than to be in a situation where someone else has to put their hands on me or I have to put my hands on someone else. And again, like I said, in my past, I've been in those type of situations where I've been attacked, but I was man enough to not, you know, retaliate. I just held the person and, told him, you got to calm down because I can't go for you putting your hands on me now. That's not going to work out.
Yeah. So let's get into it. So,
All right.
what leads people in the direction of being abusive? What do you what are your thoughts on that?
I think a lot of times people have witnessed that type of violence in their life from a young age. Um, whether it be your father, you know, beating on you, your siblings, or your mother, or your caretaker, whatever the case may be. So you're involved in it from that. Then it could be your mother doing the same thing. But I think that kids, we are so, or as kids, we're so easily influenced. So if we're brought up in an environment like that, something clicks in our mind that says that's okay because that's what we've witnessed throughout our lifetime. Um, there are just so many different aspects to what makes someone turn violent. It, some say video games, some say the violence on TV. I mean, the list goes on and on. But you really don't know for sure unless you're inside that person's head or they voluntarily, you know, divulge that information to you. But I think a lot of it stems from early childhood traumas.
Um, that could be the case. It's a learned behavior. Um, it's definitely a learned behavior. And you never know where they learned it from, because um, you can have a situation to where a child doesn't see that in their home directly. Like they don't grow up in the house with that, but they may witness that at a friend's house or, hanging out with their friends. They might see their friends doing it. They may see something on TV, video games, like you said. Um, or they may have some type of insecurities, and the only way to, in their minds, to make them feel like a man or a woman is to beat that take that out on someone else, which is just wild. I mean, so you just you never know what exactly drives a person to that unless they can specifically tell you, and then you still have to wonder, is that really what drove them to that? But I don't know.
Yeah,
I know for me, um if I am to put my hands on a woman in a harmful way, it's going to be in self-defense. um it's one thing to, because I know for us as men, we say, you know I'm gonna be a man and just hold her or shake her or this, that, and the other if she's coming at me in a violent way. But you look, you never know. She may come at you, you may calm her down, but you still don't know where her head is at. So it's like, in a situation like that, it's like, do you, hey, chill the situation for the moment and go to sleep with both eyes closed, or what do you do?
I mean, the situation that I was in at the time, I was lucky enough that I did not live with this person at the time. And, just to be 100 with it, it was a self inflicted situation. I did something I shouldn't have done. But anyway, I think it's best when you're in that type of situation where, again, both sides are steaming hot, meaning hot heads. Somebody got to leave. Somebody got to leave because when you stay within that energy that you both have now at that point created, meaning you're both going back and forth with each other over whatever the situation is or the subject matter is, there's an energy that you both have created. So the cursing, the yelling, and the throwing and things or throwing things or slamming things or acting all irrational, you've just created an energy between the both of y'all. So the best way to get rid of that is somebody's got to leave. I don't care if it's for a few hours, I don't care for a few days, but somebody got to go.
Look here. Um, I look. I'm to the point in my life now where if I encounter a woman who feels the need to do anything like that to me, we're done. There is no walking away and let's cool our heads and come back to the table. We're not doing that. I'm just done. Because my thing is this: whatever was going on with this woman to drive her to the point where she felt she had to put her hands on me, it's one of two things. The first thing is it's a lack of self control, and she just automatically, just like whatever happened, made her go off. It's a lack of self control. Or two, whatever happened or has been happening over time had her build up to it, which in my mind is if something was brewing in you for week, 2 weeks, a month, whatever, and you finally got to the point of where you had to put your hands on me, you had enough time to get yourself together to where you didn't have to reach that point. And like the first part is if you just went off, you have no self-control, and then I can't deal with you because I don't know what's triggering you to just instantly go off. And I don't know what's going on with you to where you can't reasonably think and rationalize what is building up to get you to that point. So we're done.
Yeah, that relationship ended shortly thereafter. I think the thing about it though is, again, when you get to a point where it's physical, like for me, especially at this age right now, there is no turning back. There is no, I'm sorry, I temporarily lost my sanity, or my apologies, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. There are no words you can say to me at that point that's gonna make me be like, you know what? Don't worry about it. It's okay. I
Mm,
understand you got excited. When it comes down to that, it just, to me, there are no excuses. Were you male or female? Yes, tempers flare. Yes, people, get hot. But you got to think about that. When it goes from just a physical altercation to actually picking up something, that's taking it to the next level. So whether that be a knife or a gun or a bat or whatever the case may be, that's a whole nother level. So I definitely know I'm not messing with you anymore after that. There should be no situation where you and someone you say you love, where you guys come to those type of blows. That just doesn't make any sense.
look here. They don't have to pick up anything. It could be their hand, their foot, elbow, knee, whatever. Um, they people can kill you with their body. So
Sure can.
um, yeah, that's a no go. Um, yeah, it's just a
All it takes is a simple push for someone to lose their balance and hit their head the wrong way.
Yeah.
Game
Or
over.
a simple hit,
Yep.
clock somebody in their jaw, and they be out, never wake
Hmm.
up. So, I mean, yeah.
So, what are the signs that you look for in situations like that?
Um, I don't think there are signs that you look for. Um, I think it's more of, well, controlling person, um, mentally, verbally, emotionally, financially abusive person. Um, what else? I can say a person that seems to be distant. Uh, those just a couple things that come to mind for me.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on that. I mean, the thing about it is when you see their attitude shift real fast, like they go from everything's cool to, you just call them outside their name or something, that's definitely a sign right there. Um, Not only being aggressive towards you, but being aggressive toward the people around you. Um, Again, picking up things, throwing things, slamming doors, um, driving erratically. Those are signs that lets me know I'm dealing with someone on another level. So I'm finna go and get the hell on from around you. Because if you go through those type of extremes with me, it's only going to escalate after that. It's not going to de-escalate. It's going to keep escalating. I just don't have time for that.
There's so many signs out there and miscues. You just never know.
Yeah.
You just gotta pay attention to what your situation is because
But
I mean it's
manipulation is
been
another one though.
yeah. But I mean it's just been too many couples, husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever the case may be, where this happens. Um, and I know that you referenced the power couple, but it doesn't have to be a power couple. It could be
No, not
just
at all.
the people next door to you. Um, but I think for us, to a degree, it's more. I think it's more um, shocking when you look at a power couple, especially a minority power couple, because I think in our minds we kind of look at them as, you know, you came from nothing, or humble beginnings, and you rose to this high level, and now you got the world at your hands, and it's like, you know, why would you throw all of that away? Like, that's just my outlook on it.
Yeah, I mean, when you've done the work and you achieved the type of success this particular couple had, it's kind of like, why'd you go through all that? Why'd you do all that work just to end it like that? Like, for real, especially with them having, so many kids in between the both of them. Like, there's no one there for either side now. No one's there to help these kids adjust to what, they're unfortunately have to take part in, meaning both of their parents are gone at the same time. That's insanity right there. You've worked.
So, yeah. So is this a form of love for some people?
Unfortunately, I think it is. I
Mm.
remember being back in high school, and there was this girl. I want to say her name was Lisa, but the chick was just gorgeous, man. I mean, gorgeous. And I think she was like half Puerto Rican and half black, something like that. But she had this boyfriend. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna give you the whole puzzle. But anyway, this dude was a star athlete, or at least he thought he was, but I didn't see it. But anyway, they would get into physical altercations at school. I'm like, this is high school here. What the hell? And I remember one time she came to school with a black eye, and I remember looking at her like, what the hell are you doing with this creep? Like, you are gorgeous, and you are just letting this dude pummel your motherfucking. He's beating on you. Like, shorty, come on now. Everybody knows it. And she would run after this dude like a little damn puppy dog. But anyway, I remember going through graduation and seeing her with him after graduation, and I'm like, this is going to be your best opportunity to get away from this dude. And I think he may have left and went to some other college out of state. I don't know exactly what happened to her, but again, this is a situation like that in high school. And I just thought that was the most absurd thing ever.
Yeah. Um, from my perspective, yeah, it is a form of love for some people, um, in a strange way. Um, and it is because if they have observed it, witnessed it in the home, and the parents stay together, you know, if it's the well, and mainly in those situations, it's the woman being abused and she doesn't leave, and the children are witness to that. So they define that as love, and they find themselves in a situation where they're abusing or being abused, and they use that past experience as a blueprint, so to speak, for how they define love. Um, when children, go through puberty, and they start dating in middle school, high school, whatever the case may be, and they get into these relationships, and their friends are looking at that, well, why you stay? Oh, he loves me, and this, that, and the other. Oh, he didn't mean it. Those type of excuses come up, and they just don't know how to break away from that, or understand that that not love. I know I make reference to my third wife a lot, and it's not to demean her or whatever the case may be, but these are the things that I've experienced with her. And she, like, we would have arguments, and I would like check the hell out because I'm not on that type of time. And she would say crazy shit to me, like, you know, if you cared, you would, like, she pretty much say, if I cared, I would argue with her, go back and forth with her, and it's like, what are you talking about? Like, nah, that's crazy. I'm not, no, that's not love. Like, why do you want a man to check on you, like, be all up, like, where you at? And that's to me, like, if you're used to that, then that's a problem to me, because I'm not that dude. I'm not gonna be like, where you at, who you with. I'm not, no, 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 no. Um and yeah, and like, she used to drink like ridiculously, like, and I'm not, well, I can't say yes or no to her being an alcoholic, but I know when she drank, her drinks were strong as hell, and it was like, yo, I'm like, when she would make me drinks, I was like, I can't drink that. That shit is too strong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of those signs. It's like, nah, you doing too much. Yeah, she pulled a knife on me one time. I called the police on her. They came and got her, and she cut the hell up, and acted a fool and showed out. And I should have took that opportunity right there to be like, ah, yo, this is done. But I got sympathetic and all kind of shit and let her back in the house because I had a protective order against her. And all right, we're gonna make it work and blah blah blah, and it never worked. So I mean, yeah, some people look at that as a form of love, and I just I can't see that as love at all because I grew up around it, and yeah, me personally, I wouldn't want to put nobody through that.
No, definitely not. I mean, like, of course, that's one of the biggest things why me and my first wife, we did not make it because she had gone through so much trauma, within her youth that she did not know how to express herself other than other than through violence. But when we come back, I'll break that one down for you guys. But and everything I went through with that relationship. But anyway, we just want to thank you guys for tuning into the Key and I Life podcast. I am Son Soul Lex, and this is my brother.
So touch the poet in this joint.
And we will be back after this. Tune in for part 2.
Holla.